Alright there everyone, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds, where today we are stood outside the cantina, but the plan is to go and find the local leader over there and see what it's got to say about a power converter. I think it is we're looking for. So, that is what we're going to plan and do. We left off last time, we talked to a couple of people in here, but we're going to do that next. Let's see where it takes us. I've talked to you before. I think this is where we get one of our companions, the first ones. Scouting round. Fortuna Cannery. And it's in here we need to go. Obviously, because that's where the arrow is pointing at. So that's into the cannery. Try and use down. Part of the cannery. Remember the guy's name we were going to say, but he's up this lift. Do do do. Do 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 do. Reed Thompson.
The grease monkey, Argo.
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
Like your
The can's bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson?
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Right. You must be the town boss.
I'm Reed Thompson, outpost administrator.
Reed Thompson.
I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I don't work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Yeah. Don't plan on staying long.
I understand. Your business is your own. Nonetheless, you are welcome in our little outpost.
Okay.
Outsiders are a rare sight in the Vale. If you are a freelancer, then I have use for you. There is pay to be earned, or supplies to tide you over, as you prefer.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Pretty quick to trust me.
Trust, I have learned, is reciprocal. I offer my trust in good faith, and hope that you will do the same. There's an old botanical lab, mostly abandoned now, but still eating up power from our plant. Power which our cannery sorely needs. I need you to go to the geothermal plant and reroute power from the botanical lab over to us. Simple as that.
Okay. What do you mean mostly abandoned?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Right. Yeah, I don't think these people take kindly to losing their power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters.
Not deserters.
Former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good.
For good?
Need those workers back at their stations.
None of what you're telling me is my problem.
It's our problem, not yours, but I'm asking for your help. If those workers don't come back, Edgewater is going to collapse. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide.
Okay.
Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
That's another mission. Alright, I'll help.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful.
I haven't been able to ask you
if
for a
that's right with you, Mr.
power
Thompson.
converter doohickey yet.
Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to me.
Talented.
You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Yay!
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best
First
of luck to you.
companion.
And thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Okay. Oop, you gained a companion. The characters that join you on your adventures. Companions provide combat support. Skills enhance your skills. They increase your carrying capacity. Nice. Unlock special companion combat abilities. Ooh.
If you could see your way to getting us our power back, I'd appreciate it.
I was seeing if I could ask him about power
I
regulator.
can't just give you the cannery's regulator. The botanical lab's got one, though, ripe for the picking, provided you shut off their power
So I've got to do that. Okay. Parvati, let's go. Come on the lift. Okay, I'll go without you then. Up. Did you jump in when I wasn't looking? The elevator music.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry.
Yeah.
Can we talk?
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me.
I do.
It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Okay. Because Reed didn't exactly strike me as the most honest soul.
Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Right. You know this Adelaide?
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
Okay. How well did you know the deserters? You worked with them? Were you friends?
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listened to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
Okay. Why were Reed and Adelaide arguing?
Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words.
Ah,
If
yeah,
Mr.
okay.
Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if you can get out to her.
I will. Fine people, so what?
Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse.
No, good point.
It don't seem right to me, mister. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name
Okay.
is.
Where would I find
The
him?
mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it, on account of it being the only clean thing.
Okay. Don't suppose it could hurt.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it.
Probably is.
That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Okay, pretty dark outside here. What's that? That's Vic and Max, and that is the botanical lab. What else we got? Strange and divert the power, yeah. Get that. Oop. Retrieve the creative medicine, fistful digits, grave matter. Go and speak to the vicar. Why not? Why not?
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
He's off the track.
Good. Around the back of here? No. Looked like that's where the point was taking me. Oh, in here.
I've always felt weird in here. It's
Okay,
too
who are you?
clean.
Resident, okay. He's in there. Another resident. Wasn't marked as stealing. I didn't want to do that. How do I put... Do I have a light? How do I put light on? Controls. Quick melee inhaler. Yeah, I did that by accident, which I didn't want to do. Well, I can't see a torch or a flashlight or anything like that. I'm just gonna have to get used to it being so bright out.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
What have you got to confess? You ain't thinking of deserting, are you?
What?
You're thinking of deserting, are you?
And I resent the accusation.
Wasn't nothing but a question. Do excuse me.
Ah, you.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to.
So rarely,
Name your
is it?
poison. Anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
Yeah. I like you. Yeah, she wanted to talk to you about what Rita says today.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut off the power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you think of Adelaide's group, Vicar?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Okay. Oh, I haven't got one intelligence. Really? I can't get to the journal yet. So what would you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as
I've
many as
not got one
possible,
intelligence.
then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Okay. Why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is,
Okay, that
as
doesn't
we
help.
speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by
Okay.
marauders who have overrun
So
the
I
property.
got to the point now.
Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Ooh, you're gonna give me money? And some sum, you say? Tell me more.
It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Yeah, I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Okay, got anything else to talk about?
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
I haven't found your book yet.
Please get it.
I want to ask you.
What would you like to discuss?
No. Okay, so what we're going to do. So many different things. I think we'll do this one. Gonna do the grave matter. Gonna collect the graveyard fees. We've got Phyllis there, Conrad there, and Ludwig. Yeah, Silas and Ludwig. Conrad. We've got Conrad. I can't remember which one's which. Yeah, we've got Abernathy's. Guard, landing pad. Oh yeah, the barbershop one. Actually, do
What
Phyllis.
fortifies the spirit?
Phyllis first. In here. Okay, Phyllis. Where are you? Right there.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Tenderfoot. Gravesite fees I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
Ah, don't worry. Papers aren't signed in your name?
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
That's kind of you.
I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart.
Alright, why weird?
Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
Shot himself.
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist.
A receptionist.
Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Yeah, I've got one of them. Must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
But you said you closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm
Really?
the one who found him, you see, so
That's-
I pay the fines. Suicide's
That's
a
just
crime.
terrible.
The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
That is just shocking. Gotta be serious.
I'm plenty serious. In fact, I'm a little upset Eugene didn't think things through. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
It's a person, not an asset.
Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad
Right.
to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Get back to work. Ooh, level up. Okay, what do we want to level up? 10 points. So get that up to 30. Didn't really help much. So any of these I want to get up to a higher level. Sneak maybe. Medical. Yeah, I want to get medical up. So that'll get me the second inhaler spot. Perks. Don't have any of them available. Yeah, so just gotta do Conrad and Ludwig. I'll go Conrad next. Check we've got everything in here, alright. Yep, I think what I've got's best I can do for now. Yeah, so we can get a second point here. So we've got Drino, main one in the inhaler. We can add other things. So the Drino, 25% health over 2 seconds. Base health plus 25%. Armor rating up. Natural health regeneration. Put that in. Get a bit of health regeneration. I don't know what that was, I just picked up. Parvati. Don't get annoyed. What weapon did I just pick up? Ooh, 102. It's about the same. And it's still light ammo. Magazine size only 6. So this isn't as good as the one I've got. It does do knockback and that does bleed. I've got 2 weapons at least. Glad that guy didn't see us taking stuff. Because that would have been awkward. So yeah. Close. That's what I should have done last time. Mag pick. Hey, close the door. I'm theftalizing. Model spaceship. Don't care. You want useful stuff. Spot blocker, bit cartridge, shears. Yay. Dehydrated water tablets. No. Okay, so which one's your that? Your Conrad and your Ludwig. I think it's Conrad we need to see. Right, Conrad. You gave me some fluff last time. About not being able to pay. Didn't you? Went past your place.
Oh, I cut my own hair. But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
Scientist dead. Spacer choice guard. Receptionist shot himself. This bad. Company is going to have to call it for what destruction of Spacer's property. Eugene was an asset. This is going to ruin us. So I was thinking that I could pawn his teeth. Really? Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Heirlooms passed down to his family or something. Okay. So you're gonna pawn his teeth.
What can I do for you?
Sounds like you've had some training, know a thing about medicine.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
You're not a doctor. Only if we use the term doctor loosely.
I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon. And if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene.
Only 58? Wow. Know about Eugene. Why not use his teeth collateral?
You know about Eugene? How?
A little read your notes. I'm a mind reader.
You were probably poking around my things. I really shouldn't leave my letters sitting out in the open.
No, you shouldn't.
Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
They're probably worth a few bits.
More than a few. Those teeth were his personal savings. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees.
Yep. You sure about this?
I'm sure that I have no other choice. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
What happened to Eugene?
Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality.
What?
I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse.
Oh, not the
and
plague.
I discovered medicine in his pocket.
Not the
Lots of
medicine.
Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. The paranoia drove him to take his own life.
So that's what happened. It's terrible.
It's a miracle of bureaucracy. If Eugene's death were filed as a suicide, we'd all pay the price for his crime. We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report.
I bet you did.
I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
Okay. Last one is Ludwig out here. Hold. So, the last one up is Ludwig. And then we've got all the gravesite fees. So, what should we do after that? Hoping this should be a fairly simple affair. Okay, you're a long way around the corner. Yeah, we'll get that weapon out to have a look at. Yeah, not bad looking one. Like the back of the church or something. Looks like it. Can't get in there. Doesn't look like I can get in there either. Ah, there's Ludwig. That's something I can get in? No. Ooh. So that's not stealing. Yay, I like not stealing. Do I want to do that? I can't be bothered using me pick things up. Okay, my friend. Get your gravesite fees and then we'll call it a day.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses.
I'm not back
You
up.
ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
You seem confused. Yeah, you owe me gravesite fees.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
What resistance? What are you babbling about?
The war. The coming apocalypse. Man versus machine. I'm talking about mechanical soldier.
Mechanicals.
Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Iron and lies. Gotta watch out for those mechanicals.
That's right. That's what I've been saying. We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals.
Auto-mechanicals.
Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant.
Have you?
Clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising.
Oh, let me guess. This is going to be another
When
quest.
the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
I think you might be crazy, my friend. The resistance needs another gun. And for hire.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Some tuna cans, mostly. Some Spacer's chaw. Few bit carts.
Some Spacer's chaw?
I'll reward you for your aid.
Proper armies pay enlistment fees. Yeah.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name.
No, you wouldn't. What do you need done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town.
Okay.
This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Go on. Tell me about
Mechanical's
it.
got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
Ah, blue square thing. You're using language I can understand. Okay, got a question.
Go on.
No, that'll do. Okay. So, looks like we got a new side quest. Got all sorts of quests to do. But next time, we're going to take on the robots, I think. Because I think this could be an interesting little quest. But this seems like a good time to stop as we hit the half-hour mark and go slightly past it. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. And I'll see you again soon. Good night.